football. Notre Dame Stadium in South Bend, Indiana. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Louisville Cardinals and the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We check in with her now.
Guys, Louisville's head coach told me before the game, he is so pleased with the way this quarterback is playing. As you know, he was a transfer coming in, and they didn't know what they were getting exactly. But he has become one of the leaders of this team. He has proven that he can carry them. If he keeps playing like this, the sky's the limit. I'll keep you posted on how he's settling in here early to start this game. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. It's Walton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. They'll try the counter. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll send the back in motion. Here's Carr to throw. Caught by Williams on the right. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Looking to pass. It's Carr. Makes the catch. At the 40, there he goes. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Looking for room. It's Mobley. Makes it past the marker. They make the tackle at the 36, but they're in plus territory now with the 15-yard pickup.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something about it.
Notre Dame has made this second down play much more difficult after going backwards. Throwing, Carr. Setting up the screen. Turning it on. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch.
Touchdown, Fighting Irish. Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. Let's see. He can block, he can catch, he can run. Yeah, let's just forget forget about the blocking for now. The catching, the running, the scoring is dangerous.
And they do the dirty work, but this is what they would prefer to do. These guys want to catch touchdown passes. Most of these guys were wide receivers in high school, and they show you why. They'll go up, get that football, and make plays for the quarterback.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
Nowhere to go, the ball's loose. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
And it's an ancient proverb for a reason, right? Know thyself. And what he does best is hang in the pocket and throw strikes and attack the field. It's not really running. And you can see he takes off, and the defense closes in fast. And the most important thing happens for the defense. They hit him, they get the ball out, and they force the turnover.
What a golden opportunity for this offense, scooping up the ball, and now they've got it inside the 10. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Notre Dame has it now, 1st and goal. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
And this could be really huge for this defense, man. You got put in a horrible spot. You can complain, you can whine, if you want to. It ain't going to help nothing. Like, they do a great job being ready for the pass on 1st down. Now, 2nd down and goal. They've got to bow their necks. They got to find a way to continue to be physical and make some plays here and try to force the field goal.
To the air, it's Carr. Under fire. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
You've got great field position here. You got to pay it off. Who is your go-to receiver that can make a play in this situation?
They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. Carr. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback, affect him, get hits on him. They do it right here, get their 1st sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
And this guy has been a machine all season long. He is absolutely automatic. You know you're getting 3 points when this guy jogs on the field.
Coming out with it, it's Brown. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. And the fumble on that last drive could have been much worse, David.
They bailed him out. They held him to a field goal.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
This offensive coordinator has got to find a way to slow down this defensive end in the 4-3 scheme. You might want to start thinking about double-teaming him with a tight end, maybe using a running back on some chips. Try to give your quarterback more time.
deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. A give to Brown. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
We're still early in this ball game, but this QB has been hit several times already, been sacked. This is one of those games that the ice bath is going to be your friend afterwards. We're just getting started. It's still in the first quarter, for goodness sakes.
Corrals it at the 45. And there he goes. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Notre Dame comes onto the field ready to go to work. They've built a quick double-digit lead now to try to get this offense really humming. Here's Carr to throw. Got his man. Breaks into the open. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. So it's now 1st and 20 after that holding call. Quarterback making adjustments. To throw, it's Carr. Fires to the wideout. Makes the grab. Touchdown! Fighting Irish. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Zings it complete to the right. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
It's really nice to be a quarterback in today's football when running backs are basically wide receivers. Not only can you split them out, you keep them at running back, nothing open, I dump it to him. Look at that. He makes a big play for me.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. They'll give it to Brown. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. The sure hands. It's McCoy. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Past the 40. They'll get him out of bounds, but a big pickup on the run.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And this defense, we know, they present a lot of challenges. And you could see it right there, man. They shrink windows fast. They're a top 25 defense for a reason.
You really better make sure you're dialed in today, or else they can make you pay in a hurry.
Handoff, Isaac Brown. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. 3rd and 6 yards to go. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. The critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there. When it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down. And I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations. And you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time. So you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. This is exactly how you want to start conference play. Early in the race for sure, but precisely the type of foundation you need to set.
And this is really the meat on the bone in the schedule, right? A lot of teams have out-of-conference games early in the season, but now is where it matters the most. You talk to any coach, they'll tell you, David, number 1 on the goal sheet is to win your conference.
And I think it's so hard because of the familiarity. You play these same teams every single year. You know them inside and out. They know your scheme, you know their scheme, and sometimes the momentum of the moment can be tough, so got to continue to play well within the conference.
Working that left side now. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. Training staff is out there tending to the injured player, and we will step aside. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Motion from the wideout. Came through like a shot and knocked him down for a loss of 5.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries, you got to get pressures, and when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy and knock him down a few notches.
Quarterback may change this route. He does not get there. Stopped at the 25-yard line, and let's see what they do now on 4th down. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. This is not a straight-on kick, a 42-yarder from the right hash. Oh, the attempt is no good. Had a chance to make this lead 20, but we're still sitting on a 17.
And those sting for this team. I tell you what, when you drive the field against a really, really good defense and you have an opportunity to get points, you got to capitalize on them now. And that one will sting a little bit because I thought the offense did a good job moving the ball down the field.
Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Picks up the first down. Finding some room. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Throwing. Carr unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
So now it's 2nd and long. The give is to Williams. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on 3rd down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. Looking downfield, it's Carr. A little screen to the running back. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
When they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field, you saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
Not a lot of room to make this catch. The pursuit and coverage was there, and they swarm him under for no gain. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Got enough for the first. At the 45, on his way. Oh, he's got some space. Into the house. Touchdown, Louisville.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
Just one of those mistakes that can happen as the kickoff goes out of bounds. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll try the right side. Fights off the defender. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it.
Just got to finish the play. If you're the wide receiver, you got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Motion from the wide receiver. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Fires it down the seam. Got it down the field. A likely touchdown-saving tackle, but the catch and run takes it down to the 7.
And another connection and another big play for this offense. And they they keep the gas to the floor. Like, they're still throwing the football, still making big plays, and this defense, they still have found zero answers in how to get back in this football game.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Dropping back, it's Carr. Touchdown, Irish! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
And the big fella runs right down the middle of the field, runs the post route. You could tell quarterback locked into him, throws it up high, lets him catch the football, use his big body to kind of fend off the defenders and get in the end zone for 6.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. They'll start this drive going to the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Hand off for Brown. At the 20, he's got space. He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And, man, it's fun to watch a defense that really knows how to pressure the quarterback and that have guys that can win up front. That's the 4th sack of the day. We're still in the first half, but they got a bunch of guys up front that twist and stunt and move and know how to rush the passer. This offense has got to find a way to get the ball out quicker and protect better up front.
And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country.
Guys, kind of the unofficial halfway point of the season. Week 8 and another exciting update from the EA Sports desk. We begin with a look at SMU taking on the number 3 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Buckeyes on the losing end right now of a tight one. This legit playoff contender kind of stumbled out of the gates. And while there is time to turn things around, they had better start soon. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive, Reese. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Rides to back and leaves it. Plows through the defense. And he's swallowed up immediately, stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
And a lot of times the fit up front, you know, linebackers are fitting holes and that ball bounces and it's supposed to go somewhere. And sometimes it goes to a DB and the offense will get a W. Like, he'll get a win because you'll break a tackle. How about the tackle by that young fella? I know he likes to cover, but I love the way he comes up and makes the tackle.
And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Makes the grab. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. And the Cardinals decide to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. All the way back to the 15. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Mobley. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive.
Here we go. Ready. Go. Go.
Carr. Quickly to the tight end. Nice tackle there. This free safety coming in like a heat-seeking missile and stopping him a yard short of the 1st down. The Irish send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Here's the return. Makes a move. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Brown. Could not make his way to the corner. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. He stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. I'm sure Holly will find out what's going on, and for the moment, we will step aside. The Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Here's a heat. And they got it.
This has been a rough night for this offensive line. Man, they have not protected their quarterback. Everything starts with the big guys up front. That's their 5th sack given up of the game.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. He lobs one high down the left side. A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And he scores! Touchdown, Cardinals!
Well, Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. Here come the Irish back on offense. Their lead is down to 10. It's moments like this you start to feel a little bit of heat to put points on the board. Here's Carr to throw. Fired that thing out in a heartbeat, but it's incomplete. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Play action, C.J. Carr. Bringing the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Using his feet. They stop him short of the sticks, and it'll be 4th down.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Going to field this one in tight quarters. They stop him immediately, flying down the field and get to him before he can even get started. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. Makes a grab and room. It's a fumble on the play. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
Great job by the defense here, forcing the fumble on the wide receiver. Look, understand the ball came out quick. I got to break, get hats to the football, secure the tackle, try to get that football out. Nice turnover, nice hustle by this defense.
Play action, Carr. That's reeled in. It's Flanagan. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another 1st down. At the end of that play, there is still a member of the Fighting Irish down on the field. They're hoping to ride this guy and the running attack to an upset, and boy, this would be devastating if he can't go. We'll have Holly looking on him. With a 1st down, they'll snap it from the 32. Quarterback making checks. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Hebert. And he can't complete the first pass. Let's see if he can get settled.
I like the idea by the quarterback. He wanted to attack the middle of the field. He found his open guy. The receiver's just got to be able to make a play for him.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Throwing, Carr. Pocket breaking down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Quarterback by himself in the backfield. On the move. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a 4th down? Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. And he'll need a little distance and to bend it just right, a 41-yarder from the left hash. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. And that will extend their lead even further.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark.
It's really easy to say the word RPO and say I'm going to run them, but you got to make those decisions and you got to make them fast. You can't get confused by all the craziness that's going on, by all the guys moving around or talking. Nice job by the quarterback, staying in the moment, seeing it, throwing the slant, making sure he makes the right decision.
Looking to the big tight end. That's caught. It's Reed. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And it's just nice, man, to have a big tight end that can work the middle of the field. Like, I can throw it over linebackers' heads, and he's big enough to really be a target before it gets to the safeties. And they run these post patterns, man, and when you throw them on time, they're extremely hard to stop.
Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. So the final period starts with a second down play. Back to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And he slides to avoid the contact and did it just at the right moment. Got the first down.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. Looking to throw for it. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Off the boot, looking for his man. Still on his feet at the 45. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And it's a great job with the play fake there. Fourth down, you're going with the bootleg, so you got to sell a run. You see all those defenders thinking the running back has it. Once the quarterback's out on the perimeter, he's got a lot of space and time to find his open receiver to pick up that first down.
To the air on first down. Got a man. It's Hughes. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing first and goal. Just going to keep it after the snap. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. Touchdown, Cardinals! And here they come, almost all the way back. On to attempt the try.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, Working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Obviously, when you're playing in weather like this, the ball is very slippery and it's hard to catch. The QB threw a bullet that time, and his receiver just could not reel it in.
Notre Dame lining up to punt it away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Trying to take it back. The 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Notre Dame! With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They'll line up to go for 2. Running the red zone, it's Williams. He's brought down, and that one never had a chance, and the 2-point conversion attempt fails. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Looking downfield on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what?
Snags it, and he's open. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the wideout. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make. And I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
Flips it out to the back. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. And the Cardinals are in the hurry-up. Running inside, it's Davis. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Looking to throw on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
They're dealing with a second and long. Pressure coming. On the move and looking. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Here comes the heat. And he throws another interception, his third of the night. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Hey, man, I love guys with situational awareness in football. It's third and long. You know it. He's sitting right near the sticks, ready to break on the football, ready for the quarterback to throw. He does, forces the INT. Nice heads-up, smart play by that young man.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Trying to impose their will with the run. Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
Wide receiver going in motion. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Carr on play action. Gonna take a shot. Caught. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. But that latest touchdown pass might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
And didn't find much room at all as he'll go out of bounds at the 12. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. They'll start on the ground with Brown. And makes the tackle at the 23 after he got 10.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
Looking to throw on first down. He's taking a deep shot. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made...
And the defense gets loose, bringing the Heat, and down he goes again.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the fourth down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Likely a lost cause, but they'll throw it again. And it's his fourth interception of the game. And with that turnover, that'll finish the game.
Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense